In a remote village nestled within the misty hills of Nepal lived a young woman named Kamala. Known for her quiet nature and simplicity, she led a peaceful life, tending to her family's small farm on the edge of a dense, ancient forest. The villagers spoke in whispers about the forest, saying it was cursed, haunted by spirits that preyed on the weak. She, like most villagers, avoided it. One evening, as the orange glow of sunset faded into the dark hues of night, she was returning home from the village market. She noticed the sky changing unnaturally fast, a thick fog rolling in from the direction of the forest. The air grew heavier, the wind colder. She feels an eerie silence as the sounds of nature fade. She feels a presence behind her, but sees nothing when she turns around.
Who's there?
The lantern flickers as she nears the cursed forest. The lantern goes out, leaving she in darkness. A rustling sound comes from the forest.
What is happening?
She tries to relight her lantern, but her hands are trembling. She sees a faceless figure standing in the trees. She stumbles back, terrified. The figure does not move, but she feels drawn to it. She begins walking toward the figure, unable to resist. The forest grows darker as she moves deeper inside. The whispers begin, calling her name softly. The whispers grow louder, surrounding her. She starts running through the forest, panicked. She trips over a root and falls to the ground. She struggles to stand up, her clothes now torn. The whispers become deafening as the faceless figure reappears. She is drawn closer to the figure, unable to control her movements. She tries to resist, but the forest feels alive and pushes her forward. She is pulled deeper into the forest, losing her way. She hears the whispers calling her name. She stumbles upon a hidden pit and falls in. She struggles to get out of the pit, but the ground is soft and pulls her in. The faceless figure watches silently from the edge of the pit. She grabs a vine and pulls herself out of the pit. She collapses on the ground, gasping for air. She runs blindly through the forest, desperate to escape. The whispers grow louder, and the trees seem to block her path. She spots an old, dilapidated temple in the heart of the forest. She enters the temple, hoping for shelter. The air inside the temple is cold, and she collapses on the floor. She thinks she is safe, but the whispers return. Shadows in the temple start to move, growing taller and darker. She notices the shifting shadows and rises in fear. She realizes the temple is alive with dark energy. The faceless figure appears once more at the entrance of the temple. The faceless figure moves toward her, slowly and deliberately. The temple walls begin to crumble, shaking as if alive. She screams silently, her voice drowned out by the chaos. The temple's floor cracks open beneath her feet. She loses her footing and falls into the chasm below. She plummets through the darkness, surrounded by eerie whispers. Her body lands hard on the ground, surrounded by shadows. She struggles to stand, her body weak and battered. The faceless figure appears again, standing at the edge of the chasm. The temple begins to collapse entirely, as if consumed by the curse. She is swallowed by the collapsing floor as the temple is consumed. The next morning, her body is found at the edge of the forest, lifeless. The villagers gather around her body, whispering in fear. The villagers decide to never speak of what happened, fearing the curse. Her name becomes a whispered legend, forever tied to the cursed forest. Subscribe and stay tuned to find out what happens next.